Thanks for tuning in to Unbreakable with Christian Masairos. I talk about politics, sports, and entertainment to keep you well rounded. What's going on around the world? If you don't like hearing the truth, definitely don't tune into this channel. So let's get started today. So, President Trump, he brokers a deal between Israel and Palestine for peace. And my question is to President Trump and the rest of the American politicians that we elect to govern and take care of the problems in the United States of America, when are you going to focus on the American people in your country, the politicians that we elected? Since President Trump has taken office, yes, our border is more secure. The stock market is better. Prices have came down gradually, but has your taxes went down? Has your rent went down? Has your life really changed for the better since we voted President Trump into office? I know mine definitely hasn't. So, what did we elect President Trump to do? We elect President Trump to put America and Americans first. But yet, our leaders are so busy around the world playing police that the only thing they care about is taking our tax dollars that we work for. Since this war started, since this conflict started, Israel's conflict with Palestine, since October 7th, 2023 to September 24th, 2025, the United States government has given Israel $21.7 billion dollars in military aid, along with $4 billion dollars every year just to give them money. What does President Trump give American citizens? What is the government that we elected doing for us other than worrying about other countries than American citizens and America? You know, it seems like President Trump and all these politicians, they're supposed to put America first. It seems like they put Israel first. It seems like they're more concerned about Israel than the United States of America. And you're going to think I'm saying this because I'm for the Palestinians. I'm not for the Palestinian. I don't care if Israel wipes them off the planet. Oh, that sounds terrible, genocide. What goes on over there is none of my business. My advice to Hamas is this: next time, don't poke the bear. And Benjamin Netanyahu wouldn't have did what he has done to you. But Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, it's been proven that Benjamin Netanyahu has funded Hamas for years, has given them millions of dollars because he knew they were capable of carrying the axe out on October 7th. And Benjamin Netanyahu knew if they carried out those types of attacks, he figured that America and the rest of the world would get behind Israel. It's a proven fact that Benjamin Netanyahu funded Hamas for years, gave them millions of dollars. Don't you think, did it ever cross anybody's mind that millions of those dollars are our tax dollars? We're funding Hamas. President Trump has given Benjamin Netanyahu billions of dollars. He's sending it to Hamas. That's our money. That's our money. All we heard during election time, America first, America first, America first. And I haven't seen these politicians do anything for America. Minimum wage in every state, it's been stagnant for the last 25 years. If you look for a job in the paper, it's like, oh, the starting salary is $15 an hour. Who the hell can live off $15 an hour in 2025? You got to work three jobs. Does President Trump have an answer for the American citizens, for our country, besides just closing down the border? Manufacturing jobs, bringing them back to America, manufacturing all our products here instead of getting them from all foreign countries so we can thrive once again like we did in the 80s and the 90s. It always seems like America's last, whether it's a Democrat or a Republican who's the president of the United States. It's always America and American citizens last. And I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. You know what my advice is to Israel and Palestine? Get your shit together and learn how to act and take care of your own problems and don't involve the rest of the world and do whatever you want to do. That's my I don't care. Like I don't care. And you want to know why I don't care? Number one, I want America to be first. That's the first thing. America and Americans first. And we are struggling here. In Israel, they have free healthcare, they get free college. And who do you think's paying for all that? We're all paying for it with our tax money. Then you got Ben Shapiro. He goes on TV and he says, the reason why America has so much debt is because of Social Security. And 60 and 70-year-old people shouldn't just be sitting around watching TV all day. They need to up the retirement age to 80. F you. So you work 35 years, you work your ass off, and now you're 65, 70 years old. And Ben Shapiro doesn't think you have the right to collect Social Security. He thinks they should up the retirement age. The real reason for all the debt is because of all the wars that Israel has dragged us into in the Middle East. That's the real reason for the debt. Ben Shapiro has nerve sitting down Anna Kasparian saying that the Social Security age in America should be raised. It's already at 67 years old. Translation, they just want you to die so they don't have to pay you. And he sits there and he says that with a straight face. As the United States of America gives billions in tax dollars to Israel so they can do whatever they want with the money, give their people free health care, give their people free college, give Israel billions of dollars worth of weapons, send your kids, the United States military, to the Middle East to fight their wars. And that's the thanks you get. You know what, Ben Shapiro? F you. F you. Who the F do you think you are? So Ben Shapiro is all in favor of an American woman in her 80s, 90s, working in ShopRite on Saturday and Sunday, bagging groceries because that piece of garbage doesn't think that she should get Social Security. Let that sink in. This was the final straw where I don't support Israel and I don't care what either side does. This was the final straw. Charlie Kirk comes out. He's on the Patrick Bet-David show. And he says that his Israeli donors have a lot of explaining to do because they're putting millions of dollars behind open borders. So let me get this straight. The United States of America, President Trump and the United States of America, they want to make Israel strong and powerful while people from their country are giving millions of dollars to open borders to destroy the United States of America. And don't tell me that these big time donors don't have anything to do with Benjamin Netanyahu. That's a complete lie. They know exactly what they're doing. So we're turning Israel into an empire and we want to make them the strongest nation in the Middle East. The thank you that we get and the favor that we get in return is that the huge Israeli donors in America are responsible for open borders. That's all I needed to hear. Completely done. Don't tell me, oh, I'm not. Listen, Palestinians are no friend to America, Americans, Christians, the Catholic Church. I don't want anything to do with them either. So don't tell me, oh, you're for Palestine. I am not for Palestine at all. I'm for neither side. I don't care what either side does to each other. I could care less at this point. All I had to do was hear about who was behind the open borders, the Ben Shapiro comments about Social Security, how AIPAC, a foreign entity, is. You hear this from Marjorie Green Taylor, Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson. You hear this from all reputable sources that AIPAC has every single American politician in their pockets. And when they have debates, they say, what will be the first thing you do if you get elected? Oh, I'll visit the Holy Land of Israel. They all say the same thing. Not one of them talks about America and American citizens. Israel first, America second. And I'm tired of it. I'm exhausted. When I see people struggling here and I see President Trump more concerned about Israel and all these politicians more concerned about Israel, why do we vote for him? Well, I know I voted for him because he's the lesser of two evils. Because if Kamala Harris won, oh please, you could have kissed America goodbye. If Kamala Harris won the election, there'd be no United States of America. So as much as I'm bashing Trump right now, he's 50 million times better than Kamala Harris. But all this putting other countries first, whether it's Israel, whether it's Ukraine, whether it's Russia, I don't want to hear about foreign countries. I want to hear what President Trump's plans are to make everyday American citizens' lives better. I'm tired of foreign countries. We're all suffering here because America can't, the politicians that we elect, they can't just follow the Constitution. And the Constitution is clear. I could run the United States of America. I would just follow the Constitution. I would follow to a T. Strictly says, do not get involved in foreign affairs. Let the world let them handle their own problems. And what does America do? All of these presidents, all of these governors and senators, they think they're smarter than the founding fathers, and they go against everything that the Constitution says. And that's why we live the way that we live now. That's why you have in America, you pretty much have the elite rich, and the middle class keeps going lower and lower and lower and lower. And pretty soon, there is no more middle class, and you're just either you're rich or you're poor. And I haven't heard President Trump in months address what he's going to do to make the United States of America better. Listen, the border is a no-brainer. You don't get points in my book for securing a border at all. You don't get points for securing the border. You don't have a country unless you have a border. And is all this pro-Hamas terrorist trash, are they going to get out of the country now and go live in Palestine since Palestine is free now? So President Trump should be rounding them all up, putting them on a plane, getting them the hell out of here. I'm sick of seeing them on the streets harassing innocent people every chance they get. The cowards, all the big tough guys with the scarves on their face, harassing old people walking down the street. But you're so tough, but you won't go fight for your people, your land, right? No, you'll come here and we'll pay for your education at Harvard so you could turn around and tell us how we're all racist and the West sucks and the West needs to be destroyed. F you. Get the F out of here. Get out. Had it. I had it with hearing about foreign countries. Ask me how many you know what's I give. Zero. I give zero F's about other countries. You know what country I care about? America. You know what people I care about? Americans. Don't care about other countries. Don't want to know your problems. Get your shit together. Take care of your people. Stop being corrupt. Stop being greedy. Stop taking advantage of the United States of America. Americans around the world, we're known as stupid and weak. You know why? Because we're generous, because we have compassion, because we care, because we try to see the best in other people. And now it's getting to the point where we're just getting effing abused and we're sick of it. I know I'm sick of it. So now I'm at the point, I don't give a F what your problems are. You know, I can barely survive. So I don't care. I want to hear what President Trump's going to do for America. You know, Israel, that's all we hear about. Israel, Ukraine, Russia. When's the last time you heard a speech about America? When's the last time you've seen all these Republicans that we elected that went on television, said, we got a 20-point plan for American citizens to lower your property taxes, lower your health care, make your community safer, give you more money in your check. When's the last time you heard that? You don't hear it. You know why? Because they don't care. That's why. We need to ban foreign entities and foreign donors from donating to our politicians. It needs to stop. AIPAC should not be allowed to give money to any American politician. It needs to come to an end. We need to start electing people. I think that's why Charlie Kirk, they got rid of him. I really believe that's why they got rid of Charlie Kirk. You know why? Obviously, he's not a Democrat. And then he was starting to stray from the Republican side where no matter if you're a Republican, you're supposed to support Israel no matter what. And he was starting to go against that. So here we have this super powerful young man that would be considered an independent who Democrats can't control and Republicans can't control. And guess what? That independent, if he ran for president, he might just win. And he's not going to go along with the Israel America pact where they're always, have each other's back. He's starting to go against it. So he's bad for business. He's got to go. Now, I truly believe that. I believe that 1,000%. We had an independent who wasn't going with the Republican talking points, definitely wasn't going to be a Democrat. Oh my God, if he runs, we can't control him. He has a possibility to win. So he's got to go. He's bad for business. Let's listen to President Trump, what he had to say with Benjamin Netanyahu.
A beautiful area with homes and safety, and they can live out their lives in peace and harmony instead of having to go back and do it again. The U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip, and we will do a job with it too. We'll own it and be responsible for dismantling all of the dangerous unexploded bombs and other weapons on the site, level the site and get rid of the destroyed buildings, level it out, create an economic development that will supply unlimited numbers of jobs and housing for the people of the area. Do a real job, do something different. Just can't go back. If you go back, it's going to end up the same way it has for 100 years. I'm hopeful that this ceasefire
So now America owns Gaza. You know how many cities and states we have here with bad roads, bad bridges, don't have clean drinking water? You go to rural towns where people need jobs, need manufacturing jobs. You know how many states we have you know how many towns we have like that in America? Hundreds, thousands. But the United States owns Gaza now. President Trump's going to go there and fix Gaza, make it beautiful, create jobs, create housing. As we have American citizens here that can't pay their mortgage, their rent, have no place to live, can't find a job. It's just, oh yeah, but hey, we own that strip in the Middle East. Good thing. Don't worry about Tennessee. Don't worry about Detroit. Don't worry about parts of Florida. Don't worry about rundown parts in New Jersey somewhere. No, don't worry about any of that. No big deal. It's just stupid Americans that pay taxes so we can waste billions of dollars on foreign countries and foreign entities. America, it should just be called America Last. Americans Last. And you know what? I love that these politicians are doing that because they're awakening the sleeping giant in the American citizen, where we just all look at each other and it's like we don't even got to say anything to each other. We just look at each other, give each other a nod because we all know what's going on and we're just effing sick of it. Sick of it. That we're all expendable while other countries get the royal treatment, while their people get free health care, while their people get free college, why they get to live with peace, a secure border. It's just, oh, we're going to build housing over there for everybody. What about your voters, President Trump? What about the people that voted you in? You don't think they need any tax breaks? You don't think they need their property taxes lowered? You don't think that car insurance, health insurance through the roof, car insurance through the roof, property taxes through the roof, gas through the roof? Everything has a tax on it. Everything's got a tax on it. They tax us to mother effing death. And they just laugh in our faces as they give away billions to foreign countries that don't give one single you know what about it. And at the same time, the money that they give, they're giving billions of dollars to Israel, but you have Israeli donors on American soil contributing millions of dollars to open borders and all types of stuff that hurt the United States of America. As we're strengthening Israel, they're weakening the United States of America at the same time. That's the thanks we get. I am effing over it. Both sides. I don't care what you do to each other. Both sides. Don't say, oh, you're being a coward because I'm calling out. Listen, Hamas, Palestinians, Islam is no friend to America, Americans. They want to destroy the West. And there's certain things that Israel does to the United States of America. They're huge donors. That's destroying America also. We heard it from Charlie Kirk's mouth. So in my eyes, neither one of them is an ally or a friend whatsoever. This Christian Judeo friendship, I think that's complete garbage. That's just a complete lie. That's about control. That's about making you blindly support Israel no matter what they do. Meanwhile, you turn your back and you're getting a knife shoved in your back. Charlie Kirk talked about his huge Israeli donors and all the messed up things they were doing to America. Oh, you think he's going to lie? You don't think he's a legitimate source? You think that Tucker Carlson is lying about Benjamin Netanyahu? I don't think he's lying at all. All I needed to hear was who's behind the open border, who's putting all the money behind open borders, trying to destroy the United States of America. And that's when I finally said, I am completely done. I don't care one single F about any Palestinians, what's going on over there. And I feel the same way about Israel. Let these two countries take care of their own problems. Stop giving them American taxpayers' money. Tell them to grow up and act like adults and live peacefully. And if they can't, guess what America needs to do? Let them do whatever they want. Oh, but you know what the United States of America will do? Because we have corrupt politicians. We'll send Israel billions of dollars in weapons, billions of dollars in taxpayers' money. Oh, and when that's not good enough, we'll send our sons and daughters to the military to die for Israel, another country. Why is Israel running the United States government? Why are they running our government? You know why they're running our government? Because our politicians are so greedy, they can't say no to their money. So those donors have our politicians in their pockets and we're being sold out. That's exactly what's happening. Absolutely sickening. Nobel Peace Prize. That's the big story you keep hearing now, too. I could care less about a Nobel Peace Prize. Gas prices need to go down. Sales tax needs to go down. Property tax needs to go down. We got 44 million illegal people here getting benefits. There shouldn't be one illegal person in the United States of America. Hospital bills are through the roof. Our infrastructure here in certain parts of America is not good at all. We barely have any manufacturing jobs here. But hey, let's worry about all these other countries around the world, except for the United States of America, our citizens. Just effing over it, man. Just effing over it. And did you see the pro-Palestinian, pro-Hamas agitators and pro-terrorists? They're already coming out and saying, our protests will never stop. Wait, you got a peace deal, but your protests aren't going to stop. See, it's not about Gaza. It's about destroying America and the West because they hate us. But hey, you're not allowed to say that because that will make you a racist for telling the truth. And President Trump, he also needs to make a law that if you're foreign born, you can't run for office in America. You can't be a senator, a governor. You can't do anything. You can't be on a school board. You must be American born to run for office in America. We all see what's happening. Take off the blinders and see what's happening. Go to Dearborn, Michigan, and let me know if you think that's America. American citizens, we need to wake up. We need to mobilize. We need to put candidates in who are going to put America and Americans first. And we can't keep being deceived and fooled where the country that we love will no longer exist. And with that being said, thanks for tuning in to Unbreakable with Chris Chamasairos.